Hi all, welcome to Java Talent. In this today video tutorial, we are going to cover Springboot MongoDB query examples. So if you can go through my earlier videos, so I have demonstrated that like how we can connect with the Springboot MongoDB application, and then I have given the example of CRUD operation using the Mongo database. So basically in this tutorial, I'm just going to cover like how we can demonstrate like using the query examples. So basically there is the differences between the SQL query and then the MongoDB query. So if you see so this is the comparisons tables which I have just demonstrated it. If you see that from the left side, it is the SQL query. Like if you have to write the query for that, select star from book where ID is equal to something. Means if I am just wanting to find the book informations for the particular ID, then I have to write this query. And in the case of MongoDB, if we can write at the rate query and then we can just slash double quotes, so we can declare as id colon question mark is equal to that value. Okay, so in that case it will pick up that value, and then this will be like a star from book where pages is equal to this one. So I will going to take one example for the book repository, and that entity I will create, and then I will store the data into a database, and then we can go ahead with the MongoDB query example. So basically like if you see that means we have just given the example of code operations in the last tutorial. So means why we have to use this query annotation with the Spring Boot and MongoDB. So okay, so we can use the query annotations to specify a custom query to declare a method of custom repository. So you know that we have to create one interface for the repository thing, so that it can work accordingly, and we can just write our custom query, and it works actually it is similar way like the MongoDB does with the JPA. And however, the only difference between that case of the MongoDB that query, it takes the JSON query string instead of JPA query. So for example, if you see like at that query double quotes like ID is equal to that one, it clearly indicates that the annotation is accepting the JSON query string, and we can check all the optional elements of that query from the you can just check from the official website of also that how it can be demonstrated. So okay, so let me develop the one of the applications, so then I can give you that how we can provide this query statement for the regular expression in the MongoDB through the example. So let me go through that first. So let me create one example. So if you see, I have to just created one example with the Spring Boot MongoDB query, and what are the starters I have to add. So I have added the two starters only. One is Spring Boot starter data MongoDB, and second is Lombok. So this is the two starters, two dependency I have to use to developing these applications. So you can just add these two example here, and then in the case of application.properties file, I have to write these three properties to connecting with my MongoDB applications. So you can just take this reference. So like a Spring Data MongoDB host and a Spring Data MongoDB port. So this is the host name and this is the port name and this is the database name what I am going to use. So this will create the database automatically for this instance, and then we can create our entity class. Based on that entity class, it will create the document for you, because in case of the database like MongoDB, we have to create the document like whatever in the other databases which we are creating as table. So let me create one entity, and then I will let you know that like how we can go with that. So I have to create one package. So com dot java talent dot entity. So this is the package in which I'm just going to put my entity classes. So similar fashion you have to follow in your application as well. So I'm just going to create one book entity, and in that I will going to define some property which I just wanted to store into the database. So let it be, let it should come here. Okay, so my book entity is ready. So if you want to know that how we can do that, like add the data annotations for my all the things like this is from the Lombok API, so you can just refer the Lombok API video tutorial. If I am not created, I can create the one video tutorial about it, and I will let you know all our constructors, and then all these things like document. So these are the documents which specify which collections I am going to use. So if you want, you can give the collection name also here. So I just wanted to give the collection name as books. Okay, so if you want, you can give it, otherwise it will take automatically the class name for you. So whatever the class name you have given, if you want it should be the same name, you can just do not pass any parameter over there. And if you want to specify any name, you can just pass it that as collection name. Then I'm going to take it as private integer id of that book, and then private string book name, private string page. So I just wanted to give the pages, how many pages in that book. Private string author name basically, and then double price. So this is the details which I just wanted to store into the database, and then I have to make it as some primary key. So at that id annotations, if you see here, this one I can take to make that our this integer value as primary key. And at the data I have to do the import, control shift O, and then my entity class is ready. So this is my entity class. So we have taken id as integer. If you are looking for an example where you have to take it as a string, you can just mention the string as well, no problem. So but here I am taking it as integer for now. So now I have to create the repository interface. So let me create the package of repo com.java-talent.repo. So I'm going to create the repository interface, which basically extends the Mongo repository. So I'm going to take sorry, book repository, and which basically extends the Mongo repository. Mongo repository, and here I have to specify, if you see the type of it as like you have to specify the T and ID. So it should be like what is the ID I just wanted to provide, and which is the our entity class. So our entity class is book, and the primary value is integer. But here I have to specify some specific query that I just wanted to perform on to top of my uh, things. So let me do that. Like here I'm just going to take so for example, I just wanted to create custom query methods, so that I can do here. So for example, I wanted to be as returning the value as optional of book, and I want to return the book as get book by ID by providing the ID of that book, integer ID. Okay, so here I have to provide the basically the query. So at the rate query, I can do pass the that value. So if you see like string, and then within that braces I have to pass that value ID colon question mark and then 0. Okay, so this is the basically one of the query that I just wanted to execute. And what is the equivalent of this means this query annotations here, what I have written here. So basically if you see that SQL query, SQL equivalent is like it should be like select star from table name, that means book, where id is equal to your parameter, means what the parameter of that id I wanted to pass, this should be this one. So this is the one a custom query I have just taken it as. Let me go ahead and I will implement a more query over here. So first I take this example, and then I will go ahead and then see like how we can do that. So before of that I have to just write one of the query to get inserted, means I just wanted to insert some data into the database, so that like we can go ahead and take that query and saving the records. Okay, so let me create the one runner example, so that I can save the records from the runner class, and then we can go ahead. So let me create one runner package com.java.talent.runner, and here I can create the runner. So runner class, I'm just going to create save books runner. You can create and follow anyway. Like saving purpose, you can just create different runner. For example, if you want to use the REST applications, you can just import that. You can just follow the CRUD operations like the video which I have created, and you can take the notifications from the right corner if you want to take the help of that RESTful APIs for your reference command line runner. So here I have to override this method. So basically I have to write my logic here, and to use this runner class I have to inject my repository. So I have created the book repository, book repo, or book repository, whatever name you want you can give it as. I have to auto wired it to use this functionality. So now my runner is ready. So in that runner method I'm just going to save one of the records, or maybe multiple records which you want to save it, like book repo dot save all. I just wanted to give some of the list of the data, so list of that entity, and here I will give the object new book of, not book repository, new book. So here I have to pass the parameter. So first parameter what I have used it as like ID of the book, and name of the book is core Java, and then what we have given, one second, let me open ID, name, pages. So next one is like how many pages, for example 500 pages, and then author and then price. So author is like Kathy, and then price is 1110, something like that. So I have to import it. Let me import it, that book. Okay, so book, one second. No args constructor, all our constructors. Required are constructors. Oh, sorry, not here. One second. No args constructor. All our constructors, it should create. One second. So maybe we have given some value. So integer, string. Okay, then string. What we have taken it as here in book. So string we have taken it as pages. That's why it is saying here. So you can want, because pages is the integer value. Let me change it. So this is the integer value what I have to take it, for example. That's it. So I just wanted to create one more record. Okay, so let me write like this way. So in this time I just wanted to give ID name is 101, Hibernate, pages is 1000, and Gavin King, writer is Gavin King, and the price is like 299 or something, anything which you can give. And next is like I just wanted to take one more example, 102 Pro Springboot or Springboot 202 page, Philip, price is for example 1020. Like that you can create multiple, like for example which many you want you can create. Let me create one more. MongoDB, as we are learning MongoDB, 230 page, Gupta, price is 999. Fine, so four object we just created here, and we are just saving that all here using this repository method. And then I just wanted to print that after the saving. System.out.println, all records had been successfully saved. All records saved successfully. Fine. So this is the message which I just wanted to print from the console. That's it. So my application is almost ready for one of the method, and then I will go ahead one by one. What is the example we have to take for that at that query examples, and then we can work together. So let me run this application. So before running that application, I just wanted to do one configuration changes for me because I am using multiple version of JRE. So okay, my JRE is 17. That's fine. I think that is one I just wanted to confirm. Let me run these applications, and then it will let me open the MongoDB compose here. And so that I can show you like the schema, what it has been generated the document, and then we can go ahead like once my application is running, so we can most probably see our things here. So if you see here our MongoDB 8082, okay, I think some other application is running. Let me run this one, run as Springboot application. Yep. So here I have to do that configuration changes. That is what I just wanted to show you. So if you are getting the same error, must be there is the sum of the JRE which you have installed and it was linking with the earlier version of the JRE. That's why it will be throwing these exceptions. Now it should be fixed, and then we most probably able to see our schema. So our application is running, and let me see the schema. Skip, and whatever the configuration we have given the name as MongoDB. So let me refresh the things, reload the data. So then most probably you can able to see that here in that list, Java talent book, that is the last example of mine, and MongoDB. Why it is not coming? Once again, let me reload it. One second. Okay, one second. Why it is taking time? Why it is taking time? One second, whether we have saved that record or not. 1 minute. Oh, one second. We did mistake here. So actually I've created this runner class, but I have not written this one as a Springboot to inject it using the bean. That is the one problem. Now this time if you see like we can able to do it and it will save the data for you. See, all records saved successfully. Okay, so if you want to show that here, let me reload data it should reload you the schema. See, now MongoDB and then books. Actually we have given the name as books in our example. So if you see your entity class, this is the like collection name what we have given. That's why it is coming as books here, collection name. And we have given that 101, 100, 101, 102 and 103, that is the data like. So these all four the records has been successfully inserted using this eval method, and that's it. So this is the like, this is the one of the example which we have shown here. Okay, now I have to demonstrate all the query example one by one from the repository interface, and then you can understand like what are the things we have to do it. So let me write that query example first into that repository, and then we will go ahead and create the one of the method through the run the class to test it. So for this custom examples, custom query methods, there is the one more methods which is coming like if I wanted to get books by pages, like using the pages. So for example, it should give the multiple books, correct? So list of book, get book by author, because in the first example if you see it should return the one only, because that is the ID, and ID will always return the one object. So let get books by author, not author. I first wanted to use that pages, so maybe that pages will be duplicate, so we can get the more number of books. So that's why we have taken it as list of book, which will return the list. So for example, if I am passing the pages as 200 or 203, so let me see that like what we have given. So for example, 202 page, 230 page, 200,000 page, 500. I will create more record so that we can just test it out more clearly. So for example, in this example, I just wanted to use that. So I will pass the same query, and here I will give that pages colon. I wanted to give it as like there is something which we can give like pages colon question mark 0. So this means I am saying that the pages is equal to that value. For example, this is equivalent for the select a star from book, and where basically I just wanted to give it as pages is equal to what is the pages. Okay, like similar query. Let me maximize it. So select star from book where pages is equal to that page number. That's it. This is what I am saying from this example. Okay, but I just wanted to give something more way. For example, I just wanted to give like pages is greater than some value, pages is less than some value. So how we can do that? Let me do it like, for example, at the rate query here pages colon, and more additional expressions I have to provide here, that is the dollar symbol GTE greater than is equal to. For example, I just wanted to give the value as greater than is equal to given parameter. So this is way like we can do it. So for example, let me comment it out, second one. So this query example will set like this way. One second. Select a star from book where pages greater than is equal to that value, whatever the value I am giving it. Similar way, I just wanted to give some value for the less than. So let me copy it, paste it. I need to comment one query. So pages here less than, I want to be less than of given value. So less than that, in the case it will be select a star from book where pages less than the given value. So this is like we can manipulate our string to map to the particular query example with that SQL example. So this will give you the list of book by the pages. I want let me another query. I want to be write the return the book based on author. So in that case, although there should be the same author has the multiple book written by them. So get books by author, same thing. So here we have to provide the author name. That's it. And how we can pass the query? At that query, like this one, author name should be same name. The name, what author name I want, I can give the name of the author. Then it should be this way. Okay, so this will be your SQL query. What our SQL query is, let me factor it. So my SQL query is SQL start from select star from book, where simply author is equal to author name. That's it. Okay, so we are giving that like author name. Now I just wanted to give the multiple parameters. At the same time with the author name, I wanted to give more parameter to that. So how we can do that? Like for example, I want the books should be written by like that, get books by author and cost, both. That means price, author and price. So here I have to pass true value, author and price, double price. That's it. How we can write the query? At the rate query, at the rate query. So first parameter first, last parameter last. So author colon question mark, that value, and then price colon question mark. So this is the first parameter, that means it will be 0, and this is the second parameter, so it will be 1. So this way we can pass, like, so how we can pass that here, and what is the operations we are giving, like, means we are giving the parameter as both, correct? So we need to specify, means get book by author name and parameter price, means author name should be this one and price should be this one, both we are just giving. So we have to intimate to that from the query example, like here what operation we are going to perform. So here in that case we need to pass the parameter for that one. So I am just going to give it as let me rectify that. Okay, so dollar, and which operation I want, the AND operation should be performed to this particular author and then this value. So author first parameter, and here second parameter is price, and it should be within the array because I just wanted to return the array, because it is expecting the two value. Like here we are saying that we wanted to perform the AND operations with the author and the price, means both value I am giving as a parameter. So what is the equivalent SQL query for this one? So select star from book, where author is equal to question mark and price is equal to question mark, means first parameter is author, second parameter is price. If I want to specify any one of that okay, so like either I'm saying that either perform this one or either perform this one. So for example, I just want to be give that equivalent AND operation or operation. So I just want to give the books by author or name, means whatever the books or author name it is there. So we have to specify in place of AND, you can just give the OR, and you need to pass the parameter. That's it. So it will take that like select star from book where author is equal to this one or price is equal to this one. Now I just wanted to give some parameter, like I just wanted to return the count. Next question is like I just wanted to return the books which has been given the name by author or name, and which is I just wanted to perform the OR operation. So for example, author or book name. Okay, so first example we have given as price for the both cases. Now I want to use the OR example with, let's see, these expressions I am just going to replace with OR. In that case I am just going to read like get method is get books by author or name of that book. Okay, so first value will be author and the second value will be string name. That means I just wanted to return both. So here it will be or author or name is equal to this one. Select a star from book where author is equal to this one and name is equal to this one. That's it. Okay. 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 Fine. And next one, I just wanted to give I just wanted to count the value. How many value is there? Like select a star from select count a star from the book where author is equal to the given author name. So how we can like that? So we have to return the integer value count number of books, get books count by author. So based on the author I wanted to count the book. So string author, that's it. So here I have to provide the query @query. Okay, now I have to give that. If you see there is the multiple parameter, so I have the value. What value I just want? That I can provide within the double quotes. Here I want the value is author is equal to 0 param, and then next I want is sort not sort, let me 1 second. What is the query we have wanting? We want the books to be counted by author name. So okay, that's fine. So here our value is author and then I want the count. So there is the one value param count, which is the boolean. If you see that it was coming as true or false, so I wanted to be count that value, so that I have to pass the count as true. So equivalent SQL script will be this. 1 second. It is like select count of star, fine, from book where author is equal to question mark, that parameter. That's it. So this is our query operations for the custom query methods. Now I wanted to use some sorting value, like if you want to sort the things of the output, so that we can do it using this either ascending or descending value. Okay, so if I wanted to get books by author, sort by name, I just wanted to sort that value, books of value. So that will return the list of book, get book by author, sort by name, a string author. Fine. So this is our method. It will return the list of books by sorting. So query should be @query. Here I wanted to give the value. So value is I want the values should be author question mark 0th, and here I want the sorting should be allowed. So sorting I want is like, which sorting mechanism I want, either descending or ascending, and based on which parameter. So sort is equal to sort. If you want if you want to be sorted with the ascending order, you can just give the name colon 1 sort mechanism within the single double quotes. You can give it as this. Okay, based on name, sort it. So it will do for you as ascending order, means this will be ascending pattern. And if you want to be sorted this of descending order, so one second, control C, control V, first part commented -1. So if you give name colon -1, it will give you the descending order. That's it. Otherwise looks same only, but the way which it is going to be give you like sorting mechanisms, it should be different. So this is our sorting value. Okay, so based on the author name we can sort it this way. And now I wanted to be use the query with projection, so let me do that as well here. Query with projection. So I want get book name and author by pages. List of book, get book name and author by pages. Based on pages I want to return the book name and author. That's it, based on the pages. So this is my something query with projection. So now I want to return display the all properties, or you want to only the data like on name or author only. So this is the two way which we can do. Let me write the query first for all value. It should return like @query @query. It should return all the value. So here value is one second, pages colon 0, and then fields. So I just wanted to give the projection. So fields is which field I want. So there should be, I have to provide the field. So field is name 1, author 1, cost 1, whatever the value it is there. If I wanted to return all, I have to pass all the value here. So it will display all the properties. All properties. If you want, you can just shorten the properties. Like if you want to return only book name and author, so let me comment. Let me copy the same query. So I have to pass the name and author only. So query value pages 0 and fields name, and I want to return the name and author. Okay, that's it. So these two parameter you can just remove. Name author 1 and then author 1. Only it will return you the only name and author. Okay, so this is the way like which we can do it. Now I have to write one more query like get all books by author by providing the author name. So we have already written like get all books by author name. If you want, you can just write one method to give it as all books by author name here, like the name of the authors. So you can do like that way. So also you can pass the value. And now MongoDB regular expression I want. So one of the example I just wanted to use for the MongoDB regular expression. So for example, I want to be return the list of book. Get books by author regular expression regex. I want to provide the author name and regular expression, some regular expression I want. So author. So write the query at the rate query author colon. So I have to provide the regex here. So dollar regex colon question mark that regex value. One second. Here this is starting, ending, and this one. Fine. So this is the regular expressions which I have to going to provide that value. Okay. So let me test one by one, and we can go ahead. So let me put some more query over to the runner implementation so that we can have a more data with the same data, same writer name and means pages, duplicate pages, so that we can just query all the stuff. So for example, I'm just using this 102 101, sorry, let me rectify it. I have to delete that from the database and then I will do it. So JSP and writer is Kathy only, and I'm just wanting to give the page number as 350. Price is 1700 or something, 1500. That's it. So let me write one more book, 101 102 spring here, page number is 250, spring walls, and 1300. Okay, and then I'm just going to like Angular, one more entity, Angular 1150 pages, and Angular is, who is the writer? Freeman, anyone, no problem. Price is 2000 only. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the 7 records we are inserting. So let me delete the first one. Let me delete that collection itself. I will delete that collection. So there is no any collections. So I will do the insert once again. If I will run the application. So let me save all the application and then I will run it. Then I will show you like all the records has been successfully saved. So if you refresh your data, reload data, we must see the record. So 100 100 102 106. So there is the 7 records which has been already inserted. Now let me go to the runner class and I will give you the one of the example one by one. So let me explain the first one. Whatever we have given, like we have given that get book by ID. So let me show you that runner. So repository, let me open the repository and then only the runner. So my repository has first method is as get book by ID. So now I want to return that book. Okay. So get book by ID. So this is the example I want. optional book of opt is equal to book repo dot get book by id. For example, I wanted to give the book 105 or 104, whatever it is. Control Shift O, optional, not optional. Okay, so this is fine. So I wanted to print that. So let me check. I'm just printing one condition here. If OTP dot, not OTP, sorry, OPT dot is present, means if the value is present, then print, then sys out OPT dot get that value, else sys out means that if else condition, it should be data is not there, data not found for, you can give the value. If you are passing that here by using the method and anything like data not found, for example, let me do it, data not found only. So let me run these applications. Okay, so if you will get this record for 104, because we have the data for 104 here, we will get it here over here, and then if it is not there, let me open the postman as well. Not postman is not required, we can just console, through the console we can do it, because we are not developing a REST application, no? So let me run it. So we must get into onto the console for 104, because there is the data, we got it, that value. See, all records saved because of this line. And if you are seeing this one, like 104, for 104 we are getting the data for that book. For example, if you are giving ID as 1040, then in that case we got data not found. See, because data is not there. See, all record successfully because of that first statement, data not found, because for this ID data is not there. Okay, so this is the one example we have completed, first one. Now I have to give the example it as get books by pages. Okay, so based on the pages we have to get the books. Get books by pages. So let me do that. Okay, so first book repo. I do not want to create the object. Book repo dot get books by pages. So for example 350, if I am giving this 350, so it will give you the this JSP 101 record, because this is having the 350 pages. Okay, and I need to print more example. For example, I have a multiple book for that particular page, so let me do it. So for example, so I have to iterate it. Okay, so dot, so for each, because there should be a there may be the multiple value, we are having that system dot out colon println. Okay, I wanted to print all the books which having the 350 pages. For now it is only one record, but we may get the multiple value. So see, so once again we have to separate it, 350 page, get books by pages, 230, 200 to 250. Why it is coming? One second, what we have given. Okay, fine. So we have actually not given this query, we have given this query. For example, right now we have given that as less than is equal to the given value, so we are giving it as 350, means 350 less than value, whatever it is there, 230, 202 and 250, it will give you the list of that books. But for example, if I want only the 350 books, you can just write this query in place of this one. So it will give you only the one book, because there is only one book into the database for 350 pages. So see, This is coming from the earlier example. So this is coming from one second, this one, these things. Okay. So okay, so let me print one single liner, sys out, just one space. I just wanted to print to separate it, not an issue, just to have a better idea. See, now it is coming our 350 pages only. So if you want the greater than of that particular given page number, you can include this one. Greater than is equal to means 351 is also coming, and then the rest of the greater value. See, 350 page number is also coming, and then 500, 1150 and 1000. So this is the one which we have completed. Next example is get book by pages is over. Get book by author. Same way, if I want to print the book by author, let me copy it. So why I have written 2 times? No problem. I have to write only 1 time. So get book by author. Okay, we have not given no? Okay, so get book by author. Here I have to get the give the book author name. So here I am giving the Kathy because there is the 2 book. So we will get 2 books by author name. First 2, core Java and JSP. Let's see last 2 output. One second. What we are given? Get books by author name. Fine. Get books by author name dot for each. Author name is Kathy. Let me comment first one. No, why it is not coming? Interesting. Get book dot repo dot get books by author name. So it should come now. One second. Let me clean the project. Kathy, we have given that. So repository query name. Okay. It is we have given name. That means we are taking the book name, not the author name. So we need to pass the author name here. Okay, and here I have to take that as author. So let me run this time. Now we are giving the author name. Earlier we are giving the name of the book. Here we are giving the book by pages. Now we are giving the author name. Actually it was searching for the book name earlier, because the parameter which we have taken it as book name, not the author name. That's why it was not coming. See, now it is coming for the Kathy, because Kathy has 2 books. That's why we are getting the 2 books. Now I have the third method is as books by author and price, both parameter. So book repo dot books by author and price. So 1 second, let me check whether what we have given. Author and price, fine. So author is let me give the Kathy only, and price is like 2 book we have given, 1001. First book I wanted to be written. So let me comment this out and let me print it here. Run it. You must see the first book, Core Java, not the JSP one. One second. Book repo.get books by author and price. Author and price. So author is Kathy, price is this one. What is the problem? Get books by author and price. Oh, we done the mistake here. So here is should be author. Fine. Okay, fine. Let me run once again. Now we will see the output. So why it is not coming? Get books by author and price. Hmm. Oh, okay. We are not iterating it, na? Dot for each. We have to iterate. How it will print onto the console. Println. Simple mistake. Fine. Now we are getting the Kathy one first value. Now we have the next method is get books by author or name, or means any one of that. For example, I am giving the same author and book name. Book name is so. For example, I want to be return this spring and these two books also. Means it will return 3 for you because it will check for the either, not and. Fine. So let me comment this out. Let me run it. See, it is checking Kathy. Kathy, it return that book both, and or spring. Spring is not coming. Okay, it should return the spring as well. One second, let me check. Get books by author or author or name. Author or book name. Book name is spring. It should return 3. Author and book name. One second. And or this one and this one. So we are giving as Kathy and spring book name. So our first parameter what we are given as author and second is name. Oh, we have done the mistake. Copy pasting. So here it should be name, not the price. Fine. So now let me run the application. See, now all three together coming. Fine, that's it. Next is what we are given, get books by author, get books by author or name, get books by author. So this is the very count statement we are doing. Okay. So it will return the integer value. Book repo dot this one string. We have the book by Kathy 2 times. So let me see. So it will return the integer value. So we have to hold it for some integer value. Okay. So integer count book by Kathy. Okay, and then I can print count book by that number. Let's see, it will print you the two, because we have the two books for the Kathy. See, fine. Okay, now we have the another method for this get books by authors sort by name. Get book by authors sort by name. Book repo dot author sort by name. So for example, let me give the Kathy only, because we have the multiple record for Kathy. So I want to return that book of list of book. So one second, what we have given, list of book author name. One second, book repo dot get books count. Oh, we have given the count. No, na. Get books sorting way, na. Sorting way we have given. Get books by sorting name Kathy. So it will, one second, we are not printing it. Let me print it. For each system dot out print ln. Let me stop this count and this repo one as well. I do not want to give this value. Let it be first value only. Okay, so this time it will give you default what we have given. See, so Kathy, it is coming, but it is coming in the page. If you see JSP first, core Java last, descending order, because we have given the descending value. I want it to be ascending. Ascending is default only, I think, but still I just wanted to print that into the descending order. So our book core Java will come first and JSP will go last. Okay, so this is the what we just wanted for that particular ascending and descending order things, and then repository at the last, I think one more. Okay, no. So this is the get book by book name and author by pages. I wanted to print that book name and author by pages. So see how many is that. Book repo dot this method name I want, and this will be expecting add argument count book by Kathy. No, let me go to that integer pages. I want pages 350. So it will give you the name and author by pages. It will give you the name and author by pages. So see the method name, it will list out first what I'm going, only name and author. Okay, so it will return the name and author only. Let's see, because our query is written in like that way, it should return you the name and that. Okay, one second, I have to iterate it. Dot for each system dot out contln println. That's it. Let me see what is the book of that. How many book is there? No, 350. No book. One book is there. 350 book name and author by pages. Get book name and author by pages. Name and Why it is not coming? One second. It should come now. Okay. Book name and author by pages. One second. Let me see if I can able to get all that list. So list of book value pages. We are passing the value pages. Fields is name, author, price, pages. One second. Name, pages, author, price. Name, pages, author, price. It should not affect the way, like one second. Name, pages, author, price. Name, pages, author, price. Name, pages, author, price. It should not affect that way, but let's see. It is not populating. It means something is missing. One second. Author. Okay. I got it. Question mark. We missed the question mark. That is the reason it was not accepting that pages value. See. So now it is coming that pages, whatever the page we have given. Let me show you runner 350. With that 350 we have the book here. 350 we have JSP. So that's why JSP is coming here. Fine. Now the last method is like regex, get books by author, not author regex. So let me write that one also. Book repo dot get books by author regex. So here I have to provide the author in the case of regex pattern. Like if I want to print the book which is having the regex, if you can see our Excel sheet, I have given you the example. Like I want to print that start with K. Okay, so I have to give this like this way. So our Kathy will come here because it has been starting with K. Oh, one second. I have to map that. Fine. So let me see. See, it is starting with Kathy. That's why it is coming. So first example. Second example, I want to end with K. So let me see the author. I want to print that which end with A. So we can get the Gupta one record. Okay, so let me comment this one, and this time I have to use K and dollar. That means ending with that value. So sorry, not K. K will not give you any data. I know we don't have any records. I want to be printed as lasting A. It will print to the Gupta. Fine. So this is the regex, and third one is also, let me explain, contains K. So let me see what we can take. So I'm just going to give you the contains E. We can get multiple record. Fine. So contains E. Where is that? Contains E. So contains, what we have to give it as? Both the way, like left and right, or simply that character E. See, author E and FE, Philip. Both we are getting fine. So this is the what I just wanted to cover with the @ query annotations. And then next I will take that template, how we can work with the Mongo template in the next tutorial. So yeah, please subscribe my channel and like my video. Thank you all.